10 men, 20 men, 30 men. I'm on something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That do what's up. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up.
You know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, aka Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets right here on thisis50.com. We live. We are live from One World Studios. Shout out my man, Boy Wonder. You know how we do. I got a special guest in the building. He just stepped off a yacht.
Always.
He just did a deal with Bloomberg.
Always. Nah, not a Bloomberg, but somebody.
Yeah, he just did a deal with somebody that's on the cover of Forbes, and we're gonna talk about that right now. Introduce yourself.
Steve Marcano.
Okay.
Bronx bred.
Bronx.
Queens raised.
Queens.
We right here in the building.
All right.
With the #1 person that makes it all happen, DJ Thoro.
Keep talking.
Keeping it thorough.
Keep talking.
I love the chain.
Oh yeah, you know, compliments of my guy here. You know.
Yeah. We throwing it back.
He just threw me a little something. You know what I mean? So from now on, this is standard. When you come up here, you gotta bring me a chain. All right.
You know what?
Nothing less than a kilo. The weight he's gotta be heavy. You know what I mean? Or you can't come up here. All right.
You gotta look like what we said. What your man said right there. When you with Thoro, you paid him for.
You paid him for. All right. He got the Maybach downstairs. You know, I'm gonna go down there and check the functions out. You know what I mean? He got the electric Maybach, the one that don't use gas no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that E05.
The E05. All right, so listen, man. We in the city today. What is going on with you? What are we promoting? What's happening with you? I know you got something going on.
Realistically, we out here. The #1 thing that we got focused on is Tara Wallace's show, Soul Food.
Okay.
Tara's on the Impact Network. I EP'd the show. It was a good look. We got that comes out September 3rd. Runs for 3 weeks on Impact. Impact's on every major cable carrier across the country.
Right.
No over the top. No digital. This is cable. We're doing cable.
Right.
We're trying to get a check like Thoro.
Hey.
And 3 weeks after that, we got Fredro Starr Behind the Grind.
Okay.
Got a couple of boxing matches. The reason I'm on This Is 50, I'm trying to get money like 50, but we real small in the space right now. But we got a couple of deals coming, a couple of nice surprises.
We gonna get it. Like, you know, when I have guests up here, I like to run down the discography. Like,
okay, go ahead.
You brought up boxing.
Yeah.
You work with a lot of boxing, the community of boxing. You've done a lot of things with boxers and boxing and promoters. Like
True.
Mayweather, Tyson, and all these people.
True.
Let's talk about that. How did you get your foot in that door?
Actually, there was a dude from Mount Vernon who used to run with Mike Tyson named Craig Boogie a long time ago. Okay. Craig called me one day and was like, when Mike was suspended, they were trying to get extra money for Mike. And I knew somebody at the WWE, and we secured Mike the biggest payday outside the ring ever when he was a special guest referee. We made Vince McMahon have the biggest pay-per-view ever. He went public. He made $700 million on his public raise. Mike Tyson made more money than ever made on any outside the ring appearance, and I ain't made as much as I should have, but they kind of jerked me, but it was cool. But I got to get into the game that way, and doing that made me, meet Don King. Not on a positive way in the beginning. We were arguing because he was
only in America.
Only in America, because he thought I was trying to make moves around him for Mike Tyson. Then I got to meet Floyd, and we did a deal with Floyd way back when for Rage. Then we got Mike a bag to do IMP.
Right.
So, Roy Jones, that's my guy.
Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones is my guy.
That's my guy, Roy Jones.
He started executive producing a show called Knockout, did that shit for 3 seasons.
Right.
We put everybody on that. Roy, Shane Mosley, Hector Camacho, Mayweather Sr. If you were anybody in boxing, you was on Knockout.
Right.
And that solidified what I was doing boxing, and boxing's a bag.
Right.
Boxing's a big bag.
Now, also you dabbled into how do we call it? Like, I guess the diaper industry with kids. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's what I'm more impressed with. I mean,
that's
really impressive to me. Like, because a lot of people that look like us don't
think that way.
But let's talk about that.
You know what? It was a long time ago. There was a 50 Cent concert and Busta Rhymes concert in 2004.
Okay.
At UConn.
All right.
And the concert turned out into a riot. Well, not a riot, a big fight. I got caught up in a big scuffle that night, and I went home, and I had a baby at the time. And I was like, she woke me up and was like, yo, go get your son Pampers. And I was like, nah, there's money right there. By then everybody was still doing whatever they did. We had money, we had everything, cars outside. You go get it. She didn't want to get up and go get diapers.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go get them. Because she kept waking me up, bugging me. So I grabbed the kid, I grabbed the money, I hop in the car. Your kind of car, 850. 850.
850, okay.
850, gray 850.
It's only right.
And she told me, I said, yo, why this dude keep yelling for Barney diapers? And Barney diapers were Loves. And I didn't know that. So I tried to buy him everything and he just kept having a fit. I said, where's Barney diapers? She told me, we just moved from New York to Connecticut and, bought a house. And she said, well, it's on Albany Avenue. Connecticut, Albany Avenue is like in the middle of the hood. So I'm 850, just had a fight the night before.
Right.
Money, kids. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just go over there. I went over there and I wanted to be spiteful, so I bought all the diapers because I didn't know what size. I bought as much as I could. And when I got to the house, no pun intended, no violence, but I threw the diapers on the floor. And she said the slickest shit out of her mouth anybody said, well, if you really want to impress me, that don't mean nothing. Anybody could do that. You would have bought him a lifetime supply of diapers. I got mad and I tried to buy a lifetime supply of diapers. And
how many is that?
I don't know. I was whatever, 10 G's, 5 G's. You being cocky, you talking. Right. So I looked online and it said the diaper market for minorities, because I'm a numbers guy, makes $4.6 billion a year.
Yeah, because we have a lot of kids.
Right. 4.6 billion a year.
Right.
And then I Googled minority-owned diaper company, black-owned diaper company, anything from our community, and I was like, I was gonna buy diapers from them, and nobody was selling diapers. So I decided to start a diaper company because I wanted some of that money.
And what was the company called?
My Little Star Baby Products.
My Little Star Baby.
And My Little Star did really, really well for about 5 years, and then we partnered with Scunsy. That's how we got the money to do the Floyd deal. Neil Menadget, Lou Henley, shout out to them. And they sold Lacan Air. And when they sold Lacan Air shelved me. And that was the end of that.
And that was the end of that.
That was the end of that.
Do you regret, excuse me, do you regret selling your company or I guess taking on investors? Because too often, when we create something, the big wigs come in and take it, and they don't necessarily have the intentions that maybe you had with that company, and it disassembles itself. It doesn't carry on. Like, I personally think that company should still be in business, because I don't want to give my money to Huggies and Pampers and all these.
Well, you know the funny thing about it is, when I went out of business, I was real bitter for a long time, and I actually tried to buy back the company about 4 or 5 years ago. I was actually able to buy it back.
Right.
But by then I lost all my contacts, or everybody I knew at Walmart, everybody I knew at Target, every place that we were at, I didn't know how to get back in. And the funny thing is, out of all people, Wack called me.
Wack 100?
Wack 100 called me out of all people, and he said, yo man, I like what you were doing with this diaper thing.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah, he was like, I like what you were doing with this diaper thing. Yo, explain to me how it worked. And I'm like, huh?
That's crazy.
And I said, yeah, I'll explain to you how it worked. And honestly, there is a new black-owned diaper company. It's just not me no more. It's Wack, Nick Cannon. They got Incredible diapers. And, what they're doing is incredible over there. I got a small, interest in it. Very small.
Right.
But I'm happy that somebody picked up the torch and carried it on.
Right.
Because I believe that at a $4.6 billion business, and we're the ones spending the $4.6 billion,
right,
we should have something.
It should be a lot of companies.
It should be a lot. It should be a white company. It should be stroller companies. It should be children's clothing. It should be shampoos. I believe that, and hopefully, that My Little Star is not in that space any longer. Hopefully, Incredible Diapers takes it there.
Right. Even like wipes.
Wipes is incredible.
Wipes may sell more than diapers.
Exactly.
Because you can't use one.
Well, no. Plus, think about this. Wipes will sell more than diapers because everybody uses wipes to wipe their hands. Strippers.
Strippers, yeah.
Strippers.
Before they wipe the pole.
Right.
Wanted to know about that.
So think about it. Baby strippers, everything. Right. Wipes is will sell. So hopefully that what I see, what I've actually seen from their line, it's hard. It's like they really made a good product, and I was happy I was able to advise. So I'm still slightly in the diaper business, but not
quite, right.
No, not really in it like I used to.
Right. Now, if someone wants to invest in your ideas or your products or everything, the ventures that you're doing, how can they contact you, or what's the method?
It's a little different.
What are you
now.
looking for exactly?
It's different now. We're not really okay. So we got the TV shows,
right,
and we talk about numbers,
right.
So we started something called a Black Culture Guide.
Okay.
It's a digital, not television network. It's not Zeus, which congrats to Zeus, they're dope.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing their thing, and it's not an app, but it's a app that gives you everything for the culture.
Right.
You could watch TV.
Okay.
You can watch your favorite movie, anything from Foxy Brown to whatever I license.
To the Mac.
Right, to the Mac, to anything. So whatever you got, we're going to license as much content as we can. We're going to create as much content as we can. And, we're going to put everything we can out to the community. But the difference with us is we're also going to have a slot where you could go hit credit repair, mortgages, cars. Everybody who's in this room got some sort of level of success, so we got business managers.
Right.
We come from the projects, we did whatever, but we got business managers now, so we want to buy a house. We call them, hey, I want to buy a house. They explain to us, okay, you need 18% down, and you need this for your tax evaluation. We're going to send you over here to this accountant.
Right.
So I made an inclusive site to do all of that now.
Right.
So everybody thinks we're a media company, but we're a media company today that's going to end up being a tech company for every last aspect of the culture.
Right. Now, how does one get this app? It's
being built now.
Okay.
We're doing a concert series in February.
Okay.
We're launching a 4-part concert series for free.
Okay.
Because think about this: how much you pay for cable?
A lot.
Think about
like $100 a month, damn near.
Okay, so think about
Too
this.
much.
All right, you spend $100 a month.
Right.
And probably you go home and watch The Chi and Power.
Right.
And it's probably about.
I don't even watch it, to be honest with you.
Okay. So you pay $100 a month. You pay $1,200 a year, right?
Yeah.
So you ask me how I'm getting investors, right? It's free because I'm gonna do what Viacom did. Viacom went public.
Right.
And they make returns on all the ancillary services that they do. They get carriage fees from cable.
Okay.
And of course, you have to pay some basic low premium if you want to watch VH1 or.
Right.
But BET's on a free slot, etc., etc., etc. So we're gonna give you the service for free.
Okay.
We're gonna make money off the ancillary situations. But if you want to buy the premium service, just like any app.
Right.
You want to have gaming, you want to have access to credit repair, you want to have access to this, you want to have access to that. You pay $9.95 a month, right?
Right.
I'm going to roll every month a portion of your money back to you. That means you could keep it in the publicly traded company, and when we do our yearly disbursements, I could pay you. I could go, Thoro, here's some of your money back. Or you could tell me, yo, man, I spent $100 with you, I want my 20% back, and I'll write you a $20 check.
Right.
So, but it's not going to be $100 for the year. It's going to be whatever, $1,000, whatever.
Right.
So that's going to be the first publicly traded company. Diapers are cool, and all that stuff I did was cool. But think about this: we spend $1.4 billion a year. I'm sorry, $1.4 trillion a year in entertainment. Trillion. Right. 1.4 trillion between everything we do as a people. Spend 1.4 trillion. Give me one publicly traded company in media that we own. Not that we work for.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Not that we work for.
Pressed.
One. Give me one.
I'm hard pressed.
You got Viacom out there. You got Sony out there. You got Apple out there. You got tech giants. You got Samsung. You got LG. You got all these tech giants whose CEOs is making $80-90 million a year.
A year.
And you know what? No one's investing $80-90 million into a company that will invest into us. So I'm going back to this. 50's the hottest dude on TV right now, right? Why he got to argue with stars? He is stars. He built stars. Stars is hot because of him.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody was watching stars. So what is he arguing with stars for? They should be saying, yo, here's your budget for the year. Just like they would give anybody else.
Right.
Here's your budget. And if his numbers don't produce, which they're producing, you increase his budget or you decrease his budget based on his performance. His performance is incredible right now.
Right.
So they should do it. So that's the mindset I'm in right now. We have nothing that we don't own anything in television. We don't own anything in sports except boxing.
Right.
You can't get an NBA, you can't get an NFL, you can't get into none of it.
Right.
You can't get no ownership. Only thing you get ownership on is boxing. Al Heyman is controlling the boxing game right now. He got a ton of ownership.
Right.
But outside of that, you don't have no lane.
Right.
You don't have no radio lane. You make records if you're independent. You still got to go through a distribution channel, which is going to be Universal, Sony, or someone else. So now that's my plan to really give us a platform.
It's funny you talk about ownership because systematically and generationally it's just been like that. It goes back to slavery. We never owned anything, and then when we were free, then there was Jim Crow law to prevent you from doing any fucking thing. And then when we were free, you've been a slave for 200 years and you just freed someone with nothing.
Exactly. You
didn't get the 40 acres, you didn't get the mule, you didn't get nothing. So you're just free. You have no skill. You know
but free to do what?
Exactly.
Free to own what?
Right. So you're like 200 years behind in generational. It's a gap, and it's, and ownership. Everybody that owns all these companies, Viacom.
Right.
If you go back, if we do this tree, like they say the family tree.
Yeah.
You go to the beginning. That's slave owners.
Exactly, but what you gotta understand.
That's why you own shit.
You gotta understand this. That's why I wanted to deal with Impact. Impact's truly the only black-owned network in the country. But even now, they don't have enough advertisement and sponsors and support because nobody wants them to truly get big. Right. And even them, I'm gonna help them get big because that's what I know I could do. But at the same time, look at this. All right, Verizon, Sony, Universal,
right.
MGM, all make movies, all make TV shows. Right. Whether they do it through Lionsgate, whatever, it's all one big conglomerate.
Right.
They all push and pull off of each other.
Right.
We spend, like I said, 1.4 trillion. So all that money circles. But the hottest thing on the charts right now is rap music.
Hip hop, right?
The hottest thing, rap.
Right.
Hip hop and rap, same thing. I'm gonna say rap because that's my generation.
No, right,
80s. So it's the hottest thing on TV right now is for us the Shy, BMF, Power,
Raising Kanan,
all those type of shows. The hottest movies for us, not taking anything away from Mission Impossible and all that because that's hot.
Black Panther, hottest grossing movie. So we broke all these $1 billion caps, and no one said, hey, listen, we're going to spin off this division and put Thoro in the office, and we're going to put 50 in the office, and put Dre in the office, and put Puff in the office, and really let them control that publicly traded $5, $6, $7, $8 billion a year, not worth, $1 billion a year business. So I'm like this. All the laws and everything, people saying how they really want to help people, I'm going to put my own bread up, get the valuation. That's why I did the Thoro and Fredro show on Impact. I didn't want to be locked into a major contract like I used to be when I was at Nuvo and Fuse. They lock you into a non-competes, non-circumvents. I didn't want to be locked into no contract. So as an EP, I'm not locked into no contract no more. So now I say, okay, let me try to see if I could do this. And if I could possibly put this together, I get the right valuation. If Wall Street fronts, if the application distribution entities front, or if cable fronts, it's legally a lawsuit. Like, I'm gonna ask you why. I don't even care. I just want the world to know. You can front on me all day, but we gonna publicize why you fronted. And you gonna end up. I'm not gonna be like, and I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not gonna disrespect them. You're not gonna be able to write me a check for $40 million and be like, go away. Now, I'm not doing that. Go away check.
I've been good.
Now, when does this premiere with Fredro and Thoro?
Thoro's show comes on September 3rd.
September 3rd.
On Impact. Every cable carrier in the country, 83 million homes, black-owned network. Fredro's like 4 or 5 weeks later. Behind the Grind. They all got good guests. Thoro got Marcus, Mr. Marcus, Jamila, Yo-Yo, Fredro got Peter Gunn, Sticky, Benzino. They all got good guests and, things that are focused on the culture. So those shows should, they should resonate, and we'll see if they do.
All right, so let's say I like to look out there.
Okay.
5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
It's only 2 scenarios for me. Sitting on top of something that's publicly traded that's really employing 1,000 people from our community and giving Thoro a platform all day.
Because I need it.
And giving everybody who needs a platform all day and paying them well.
Right.
Or I'm gonna be broke. Back probably.
No, that's not happening.
Or probably back in the projects.
Nah.
So I didn't mind the projects. I didn't mind the project. Nah, I rebuked that too, but I didn't mind the project. You know, it's a real good feeling when I ride through Harlem or I stop at Sylvia's to see you outside. Or, you know, it's still a good feeling being able to go back where you from. And when I say go broke, it's 'cause I'm going to put every bit of my money, every bit of my effort, every contact I got, and I'm going to press people along the way.
Right.
Because I'm going to hold people accountable for not allowing us to get rich. If you look at STK, great company.
Right.
Great film company. Came out of nowhere 10 years ago, 12 years ago, made $3-4 billion publicly. They employ a good amount of people. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about TV, and we can talk about anything else after that, is I'm going to ask you a trivia question. Who created Mission Impossible, which is the biggest franchise, Untouchables, and Star Trek? Who created them 3 shows that made Paramount what Paramount is today?
I was about to say Norman Lear, who created Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, Maude, but I don't think All in the Family wasn't Norman Lear. I don't know. Who? That was a black guy.
Now, let me ask you a question. No, it wasn't.
Was it?
Now, let me ask you a question. In 1950-something, you had a Cuban dude come across named Desi Arnaz. Mess with Lucille Ball, get her blackballed. They went and started Desilu Production, created the 3-camera shoot. They created and they funded Andy Griffin, Mission Impossible, Star Trek, Untouchables, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
They got so big, they got bought out by a company called Gulfstream, which became Paramount Television.
Okay.
That's how Paramount Television. So all this was really initiated by a minority cat anyway.
Right. Well, that's what I said. I did say that. I said, I said it was some way, you know.
So it's all initiated. So all the things that we've done in the past been taken away from us. And then when somebody jumps up and down and yells, they give you some astronomical amount of money to make one person or 2 people or one family good.
Right.
And if you go for that, that don't really help the community.
It don't help the community.
So now I'm going to jump up and down. I'm going to show them the quality work. I'm going to put TV shows out.
Right.
I'm going to get my little 3, 4, 5 million views on them.
Right.
And then I'm going to tell them, yo, now I want to do this digitally. And, you know, if Wall Street fronts, if cable fronts, if digital fronts on me, you know what? There's no one doing this, just like when I did diapers.
Right.
Why are you discriminating? What's the discrimination aspect of us having something for ourselves?
Right.
Not saying that we can't work with people and not saying that we have to be standoffish, because we don't.
Right.
Working together works, but we got to be treated fair. We got to be inclusive. So my whole thing right now is inclusion.
Right.
We ain't got no inclusion. It's a problem.
Right. I love it. I love it. So, I guess when someone want to get in contact with you directly, if they choose to do so, how can they do that?
I'm going to do the craziest thing in the world.
Don't give out your phone number.
Why not? Why not?
Don't do that. Who used to do that? It was somebody that used to do that. I can't think. Oh, Mike Jones. Let me call you like Mike Jones. Mike Jones. He used to wear his phone number.
All right. No phone numbers
Don't
there.
call him Mike Jones in there.
It's Stephen Marcano on Instagram and smarcano168 at Gmail. That's just like the regular one. I don't want to get a whole bunch of stuff at the corporate joint. smarcano168 at Gmail and it's Stephen Marcano at Instagram. And if you really want to find me, I'm gonna mess with Thoro. 212-920-75. If you figure out the last 2, I'll pick up.
Oh, man. See, the chicken head's mad at me right now. It's like, God damn it, I thought I was going to get it for some money. Damn it, I can't even call them direct now. They mad at me.
Well, you know what, though? You know what, though?
They mad at me right now.
You know what, though? You know what?
I'm saving you.
You are saving me.
A lot of headaches.
You saved me a lot of headaches.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? The way the world is right now, thank you. I appreciate the save.
I'm saving you some headaches because everybody got a sob story, a story. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know, look.
Everybody got a story.
I see it every day, and
everybody.
You're right. That was stupid. But the email's there, and the Instagram
keep
is there.
it professional. So listen, before we get out of here, man, anything else you want to speak on or chop it up about that we didn't touch on?
Not really. Just like everybody collectively in the community is so great at what they do in entertainment and you know, whether it's sports, and we really is out here spending 1.4 trillion, and we don't really, no matter how much people see people own entities that are owned by other corporations, we still can be, you know, fired, canceled. I don't care if you got $1 billion. There's no billionaire that you could tell me in our circle is sitting on top of $1 billion, not company. There are people sitting on top of $1 billion companies. No one's sitting on $1 billion entity that cannot be taken away. And what I mean by that is, think about this. Tyler Perry could do an app and he can go direct and people will watch his show. But if he deals with Viacom, they have the right to slot the days they want. And they have the right to say, we're going to cancel your show. And sometimes people cancel things right before they're about to pop. So I'm just going to try to just run down our path and run down what we do independently and see if it's successful. I'm sure when you started, they didn't know Thoro was going to be Thoro.
Yeah, they didn't know that, you know. But somebody told them wrong. How Martin say, somebody done told you wrong. You
now you Thoro.
Exactly, man. You know what I mean? So my thing is you keep working until it works.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Keep working until it works.
And it's going to work. Hey, do me a favor, everybody, watch Tara's show, watch Fredro's show. There's this new credit repair service that you should really look at. I don't know if it's at Green Dot or NetSpend, but it's somewhere. It's called the Blue and Cream Card. They're really doing credit repair, helping people get houses and stuff.
All right, so
I want to help people.
The other thing I stopped you is everybody want a chain now. That's why I want you to give up the number. Now, y'all want a chain too? Now you can't get this.
Nah. You know what? Thoro told me something a minute ago. Old school, old rules. Stay solid. So
exactly.
we bring back out the old school jewelry.
Exactly. And like always, when you see us, one knee us. That means get on one knee and pay respect. We out.
We out. Thank you.
10 men, 20 men, 30 men. I'm on something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That do was something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up.